All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another session. For those of you who don't know, I'm Mike Favors. I'm a trader, also one of the leaders in the Tradera company, where we teach and train people how to trade Forex. And tonight I wanted to do an impromptu video teaching you how to operate and navigate TradingView. All right. And of course, you see us when we're marking up charts. You see what we're doing, and you're in your videos, you're watching your videos. But some of you all have been asking questions about TradingView and how to do this and do that. So I wanted to take the time to do that for you. And so with that being said, let's get right into this. And this is absolutely impromptu, but I want you all to have everything you can, have all the tools so you can be a successful trader and a business builder. So obviously you go to Google, you type in www.tradingview.com, and you'll get a screen like this. Now, over here, what will happen is when you first sign in or come into here, you'll see the screen will look like this. And all you got to do is click here, join for free, put in your pertinent information, ladies and gentlemen, and then you will have your account. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign back in with mine, get in here. And then you will find here. Now, I want you to pay attention because they got ideas here for you. Assets, trend analysis, harmonic patterns, chart patterns, technical indicators. Just to show you a few, they give you some advice and they share a little bit about what those mean. So there's a wealth of information just on this website right here, guys. And it's all for free, okay? But you can go and upgrade. Right here it says for me to go pro. But I don't need to, because how we use it, we can just use the basic plan. But if you really want to get savvy, obviously you get your pro plan for $14.95, $29, and $59, on and so on and so forth. So now, when you get to this point here, you go through all of this and you look at the different things and different markets. You've heard us talk about the stocks and the indices and the futures and bonds and CDFs, and they're there for you to poke around and just do a little research on. You know, you can click one and tell you a little bit about what it is, and then you go down there and you get to see the tickers, man. So for you who want to learn how to trade and get into the stock, which is buying shares in other company, maybe this will help you. It talks about the performance, the valuation, the dividends, and this will just be one of those, another tool in your belt that could help you, obviously, with an overview right there. And that's just great information, you all. I mean, if you're anything like me, I'm a thinker brain, so I love information because I like teaching. I'm a leader, and leaders, I believe, always have to be up on the latest trends and things of that nature. They want to be successful. Okay, so let's get to this, you all. What you want to do is come in here and click charts. Once you come inside the space, the platform, you click charts, you're going to see something like this, okay? Now, I encourage you to go and hit these buttons. Just mess around, play around with them, until you memorize what happens or what each one does, okay? Now, this is Euro USD. We are actually in a trade right now, but this is not a trading video per se, but I'll do a few things with this and show you some examples once we actually learn what we're doing. So, let me do that right there. Okay, so that being said, first thing I want you to know is this is where you can find your assets, all right? Any asset you want to find, you go up in this little space right here and you just type it in. So one of my other favorite pairs is USDJPY. Hit that. You can come down and pick which broker and when you want to see the chart on. I normally just use ForexFX, the first one, okay? FXCM. And as you can see, I already have some things marked up on that because, as I said, that's one of my favorite pairs, and it's actually playing out and doing what it's supposed to do, okay? So with that being said, this is how you find your ticker. I'm going to go back to EURUSD. That's the one I want to stay on because we're looking at some things with that as we speak. Now, it's very important that you understand that this is where you change your chart time. So when you hear us saying we're going to do a top-down analysis, I start on the one-day chart, and I'll show you how to move all this over in a minute. But as you see, that simply says zoom in and then zoom out, and you see what the candles will do. And so what happens on this here, this is where we do our zones and you mark your boundaries and things of that nature. All right. And once again, this is not that video. I just want to show you how to utilize the tool. So this is the day you do your charts. You go to 4 hour, you see the different candles, you see how they look. All right. So that's very important because many people, we mark up on the higher, the 4 hour, the day chart, marking certain things. Then we come down and look at it to find the trend on the larger time frames. All right. So you can easily see that that's a downtrend, and then it's getting ready to go up into a bullish one. You know what I'm saying? But what it is you go here, you change the time symbol there, and then we usually trade on the 15 or the 5 minute. Notice what the candles are doing down here once you trade them up. So it's very important that you learn. This is how you move it up and down, of course. Hold your mouse over there. But this is how you learn how to work this and learn how to see these charts. Ladies and gentlemen, you can only watch us do this for so long. You have to practice. That's one of the tips that the owners talk about over in your technical analysis. You have to practice if you want to be an experienced trader and really start throwing larger lot sizes and catching some real major pips, okay? So that's what that looks like, all right? So that's how you change the time. The next symbol you have is the symbol where you can change it to candles, Heikin-Ashi symbols. And of course, when we go to the larger time frames, you hear some of the other traders talk about, see how they look? Now you got to bring that back in. You hear them talking about getting your highs and your lows, your zones, all right? So many of us now are starting to put this on a line graph first, a line chart. Look at that, you all. Let me move some of these lines out the way. Okay, because of course we only need our major zones. We don't need too many zones clouding up your charts. Now here's what I want you to pay attention to. You see how clear these lines, these peaks are? It is very easy to mark up the most recent peak with this formula because it's a line. You can see it very easily, all right? So some might say, well, how do you get those lines on here? All right, first thing you do is you go over here and you use your trend line tools. We want to do it, these are trend line tools, but I also use the horizontal line just to mark up and let me know the highest highs, right? The highest point that price went to. And I would put one right there as well. It didn't get where I wanted to, but I'll move it up right there, okay? Now, many people use different colors to let them know what they marked on the day chart or the 4 hour chart. And I use them too, but for right now, I just want to explain and just share the tool with you. So this is what happens. You mark them, you put those there, and then when you go to a smaller or lower time frame, you see how they're there. These help you. This is support and resistance, or support down here, resistance up here, all right? And what you want to understand is these help you with your market analysis. They help you when price is getting ready to break structure. So now you see that trend line that we drew? Look at that. Now, when you then mark this up on the line and you go back to the candles, ladies and gentlemen, look at how easy that looks. You got your peaks, your highs, you got your resistance, you got your supports, and we trade inside. Remember the example about the bouncing ball? We trade. It makes it look that much easier for you. So now what happens? It broke the plane. It's doing a pullback. Let me make this. And by the way, guys, in order to make this a little larger, you just hover over it and use your mouse or whatever you want to use and just enlarge it so you can see it, all right? And then you zoom in or zoom out if you want to, okay? This makes the candlestick. Now, notice that we're on the 1 hour time frame. So once we drop down to a 15-minute time frame, and you see what it's doing to the candles, we should have to enlarge it just a little bit so those candles will get bigger for you. You see that? And then we'll zoom in. Now you can really see those candles. Move the chart up a little bit. Just grab it. Now, notice how it broke that trend line, which is resistance, broken and now made it the floor. So once again, you see it now. It's consolidating, but you see that triple top. Now you all should be, the language should be getting easier for you so I can talk like this. But you see it basically going sideways, basically consolidating and getting ready to set up for the next move. Now, at this particular time, it is 10:49, so we're getting ready to come out of the Asian session, and the market is setting up for the London session. Not to mention it's Thursday, not to mention it's the day before Easter or the weekend before Easter, so tomorrow's Good Friday is actually a holiday. So the market's really not moving like they would be. But it's important that you know that these tools are here for you to utilize. So with that being said, some of you all see us drawing zones. Let me show you what that is. pitchforks, things of that nature, fans, Fibonacci retracements. Once you get good at this, you all, and you look them up, you can learn many. Some people use these, for example, the Fibonacci, you put that there and you throw your lines, and that show you where your retracements could possibly go. I don't necessarily use all of these myself because I'm experienced and I've learned to pay attention to some things with my support and resistance. Just like now on the 15, Euro USD is making a move. So if you were watching this live, I would tell you to go ahead and get in that because it is moving, and that's going to move up to that line there, to that pivot. That's going to be some good pips for somebody. At any rate, sometime this pops up, you just close that out because you're on the free. All right, so that's what that tool does. But now sometimes you see us and you see us drawing zones that look sort of like this. All right, that's your rectangle tool. That's your zone tool, and you would excuse me, and you would place that right around where you think that zone was. Let me bring that down just a little bit. All right, and so now just off looking at this screen right here, on a larger time frame, we mark this line, so it's one of our support, one of our resistance. But I want you to pay attention and watch this now. If this is going up and we get in for a buy, that's saying that we're expecting this within this channel now to go up to this zone. Can you see that? How do we know? Because it peaked right here. So if you were to get in from right here, that would be about maybe 5 pips or something like that. But it would still, depending on how you get in it and how this market would move, it could possibly go up to here. But anyway, there's not a trading video. This is me showing you how to utilize this tool called TradingView, okay? So now, that's how we get that. That's in that, where's that at? That's right there, your geometric shape. So all of these got names. Fan to the trend line, certain tools, geometric tools, annotation where you can write, pattern tool, that's where you get your back patterns and things like that from. I won't go into, well, there it is. You can draw it up and then do things like this, okay? And that's how you get certain patterns in the market, all right? You see that? So anyway, you play around with these things, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be really great assets and great things to help you trade. Now, some of you all might be looking at the screen and you say, well, I want to change my background and change some things like that. Let me cut my pivots off real quick. So all you have to do is come over here to chart properties, and then you can hit background, and it changes your background. Put grids in there. You know, some people like to trade on a darker screen. Some people like to trade on some different screens, however your eyes can handle it. Me personally, I like it clean and just basic, and that helps me. But you got your grid lines, your horizontal lines, your vertical lines, your session breaks. You all play with this and really just, you know, take some time with it, and it will help you, you know, learn how to navigate this tool that we have. Okay. Here's where you have create alerts. If you are for free, I think you can only create one alert. If you go pro and go to another piece or upgrade, then you can create more alerts. And those alerts, you can set them when a certain, you say, for example, we're looking at Euro USD and you want to get in for a buy around 614, you can set an alert that will send or come to your phone and let you know that the price is getting ready to hit that price. The market is getting ready to hit that price. It'll alert you on your phone and you can get in that trade. This is an awesome tool, ladies and gentlemen, like for real, okay? So those are just a few basic things. I didn't want to be on here long. I was just feeling inspired to help show you all some of those things, okay? And then also now, one more thing I need to show you, this ruler right here. When you're trying to count pips, let me put this on the 5 minutes so I can show you something. All right. Let me drag that up so we can actually see what's going on. And bring that down. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. That is not what I'm trying to do. Sometimes this thing got a mind of its own, guys. All right, so here's the thing. We should put that down right there. All right, so let's say you're trying to count from here to here to wonder how many pips, or let's just say you want to, you know, calculate your pips. You have a tool over here for the measuring, and what you do is you hold it at the bottom, and you pull. Wait a minute, and you click it. Oh, I done messed up again. Look at me. You click it right there, and then you drag it up, and you count your pips. Okay. And if you see right here, that says 159, that would be 15.9 pips, you all right? I'll show you that one more time. Oh my goodness. Y'all see that market? That's real time, boy. I'm in this trade actually, so I'm waiting to see. All right, but let's just say you want to calculate from here all the way down to this move right here. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many candles were that? What's that? All right, we'll start up here, drag that down, and you see that was 23 candles. For you people who 20 pips and dip, this is a great tool to calculate. And notice over here to the right where the sticker is moving, where the price is moving. That lets you know if you to get in right there and you want to set your TP or your take profit, it'll show you exactly what the number is, right? You set your number, you get your profit, and you get out of the market. Okay. All right, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Oh, look at this. You know, I'm getting ready to pull it back. Okay. All right. One last thing I want to show you all when you're entering to the market. Another tool that's good for you. I'm going to do this on a 15-minute. Another tool that's good for you. All right. Look at your USD, y'all. I told you. You say, well, how do you know what that's going to do? Well, look here. I can't help it. I got to show y'all this. Look at where this is. And look at where the potential of the next zone is way up here. We got that one right there that we drew. This is a 4-hour chart. But look, if it come past this test and come back up, look at how far it could possibly go. All right. So on today. All right. I don't know if we got news or what, but anyway, so let's just say we were going to get in that trade. You have a tool over here that's called the prediction measurement tool. And we would take a long position. I would set that tool right there and look. You see what happens? So you would change and move your stop loss up. You don't want to risk too much. The ratio is like maybe what, I think 2 to 1, something like that. Risk reward. Okay, y'all see that? Now, to make or to earn or get like 155 pips, we're going to bring that down. Let's just say we wanted to get, say, 100 pips, right? Say we wanted to just move it down and get, no, let's be honest, modest. Let's do 40. All right. Your stop loss could be down here. It's really supposed to be 1 to 1, I believe, or you ain't supposed to risk a certain amount. But let's just say, because this is a 4-hour chart. All right. I want you to just see this. You can play around with it. You're going to risk 1.57 to catch 44 pips. All right. All right. So you set your stop loss down here, and this tool will help you. So now when you're looking at this and you see where your line is right here, you know where to set your take profit at. That's very important, you all. So this tool will help you, and you get, and you kind of move my line. You get a little more comfortable with using this tool, and it'll show you where to set your stops and your take profits. That's basically what I'm trying to say, okay? So with that being said, I wanted you all to see that one last piece. I think I've covered everything, and this is just the basics, you all. I just wanted to show you a basic piece so you can get started playing over here and messing around with this so you can really get good at it and learn how to mark up your own charts, all right? So I think that's about it. Okay, well, here goes some indicators. Indicators, let's just say you wanted to put some MMAs in there, something like that. I don't use too many indicators, but let's just say you wanted to put some MACD or where is it, a moving average or something like that. This is where it's located, and that moving average line looks like this, depending on what you want. Okay, you see it right there now? And of course, the MA9s and things, that'll be for another video. That's a little more intricate. But just for now, I just wanted to show you where some of those tools are, so your indicators there. And also for those of you, let me X that out. For those of you who are going to be in the 20 pips and dip strategy, this is the platform that they loaded on for you. And so that looks like this, all right? And I mean, it is a beast, y'all, okay? So as you're learning how to use this piece and you continue to use it, hey, I look forward to working with you all. But once again, for those who don't know me, I'm Mike Favors. I'm a trader. Been doing this for about 4 years. I'm the leader of the Wealth Engineers. And as always, if you're interested in learning how to trade, then just click the link below. We'd love to have you on our team. And with that being said, you all make it a great day. And we'll see you on the next broadcast. Thank you much.